Hi folks, Dr. Bob. I just wanted to tell you, I watched an interview with Tucker Carlson and a guy by the name of Brigham Buhler, B-U-H-L-E-R. He talks about the United Healthcare CEO that was, on the streets of Manhattan and not too long ago, and why so many people are cheering for this kind of thing, and why would anybody want somebody dead? And he goes into depth about the healthcare industry in this country, and it's just really, it's shocking to me. I've seen it evolve over the many, many years. You used to have a doctor that you would go to. It used to cost $25 to get a physical from the doctor. I used to get that when I was in high school. You just go down there and pay $25. Now it's about $250 to walk into the door, and they see you an average of about 6 minutes. And everything is controlled by the insurance companies.
Every day. They are monetizing and printing money on the backs of Americans, monetizing our chronic disease and illness, making money off prescription drugs while denying surgeries, slow playing surgeries. And I could go on for hours because it just gets deeper and deeper. And I love to show people how, once I show people the magic trick, they will be able to see through the insurance's scam, because it's a scam.
Everything. And this is why they did this. They killed that CEO. And I'm not justifying it or anything, but this is what happened, and he tells you why and what is being done to the American people in the name of health. And they're just basically making money off of people that are sick. So if you're sick, they make money off you. They don't want you healthy. I've been saying this for, of course, years and years. And I have my 20 commandments of the medical establishment, 20 commandments, because they're twice as good as nature. Don't forget that. So this is where we are. And that was in my book, Cure in the Mirror, Nature's Protocol for Surviving Cancer. And I got to tell you, this is exactly what's going on. And it's even a more eye-opening thing than I had ever imagined. That what was going on in this country. I mean, what they're doing to people, and they want you to be sick, and they're making sure if you're sick, they don't want you to be healthy. They don't make any money. And I kind of stated this in my book, The Cure in the Mirror, Nature's Protocol for Surviving Cancer. And but it's it's a lot worse than what I ever imagined. So what I'm here to tell you is that you got to take care of yourself and stop depending on the medical industry for anything. I mean, these guys are not as tuned in to what makes people sick as I am, but they at least get it. This Brigham Buhler and Tucker Carlson, when they have their interview, it's got about an hour and a half. We're over medicated because they make money off of it. You got this Ozempic stuff that makes you lose weight because they make money off of it. They have chemotherapy because they make money off of it. This is why everything is happening in this country. They're making money off of it, and they're making money to the tune of $1.5 trillion a year, and that's just the pharmaceutical industry. So the medical industry is worth trillions of dollars a year. And this is a scam. This is a system that the only thing they want is for you to be sick so they can bill you and make money from you. They're sucking us dry. Well, I always tell people I'm 67 years old. I still run a 6-minute mile. I've never been on a medication. I don't have any serious health issues. And I will say it was very interesting to see that he has this testing. He's got 75 or 80 biomarkers that they use in this testing, and they can begin to say you're diabetic, you're pre-diabetic, you've got cancer, you're going to get liver cancer, these types of things. Here's what you got to do to stop it. It's great stuff. I'm going to run one. I'm going to have one of the tests run myself, and I'll get back to you on that one. But that's what's happening to us in this country. We are being used by the medical industry. We're being used, and they're going right along with it. It's not like they're fighting it or anything. Most of these doctors, of course, they have no choice.
Profit-driven system. Show me the incentives, and I'll show you the outcomes. We have built a system based on quarterly profits and quarterly earnings throughout the system, whether we're talking about the pharmaceutical industry, the big health insurance companies, the hospital systems, the doctors' practices. Everyone is built into this ecosystem that is attempting to capture human lives and monetize those touch points. So everything that you do is a revenue generator for all of these various entities. And there's so much money being made off chronic disease. There's no interest in curing chronic disease.
This is the time that you don't ever want to trust a medical professional. God forbid you should be in an accident. They're just not going to pay your bills anymore. And I've always said this is what the medical industry and the medical establishment is great at, is when you get into some kind of an accident. They're great at physical therapy. They're great at patching you up when something happens and you get into a serious accident of any kind. And that's what they're there for. I had a friend of mine, he broke his back. It was very unfortunate. Well, they brought him up. He didn't spend the rest of his life in a wheelchair. They really fixed him up. They did a great job. So they can do amazing, miraculous things, but curing you of a disease and making sure you're not sick, that's not one of them. So you need to be aware of this. I want you to, again, I'm going to put that in the notes below, to Brigham Bueller, I think how you pronounce his last name. And get yourself one of these tests and take control of your health and seize control of your life and seize control of your destiny. Because if you don't do it, you're going to end up becoming a victim of what these people are doing to us. I'm not. I'm in great shape. I feel great. I have a great diet. And if you just follow my 7-component health protocol, you wouldn't have any of the problems that so many of us have. And you'd be living a lot healthier life, and you'd be living like Dr. Bob. And I'm never going to wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh gosh, I hope those cancer test results come back and I'm okay. I'm not going to die of a disease, that's for sure. I know I'm going to die. God's going to take me when He's ready, and that's it. And I'll try to be as ready for that as I can. But dying of a disease, that ain't going to happen. Dr. Bob, watch that interview. You're going to like it with Tucker. See you next time. Just want to remind you to buy my books. I've got 8 books on natural health, one on cancer, one on silver, one on water, some other ones. I've been writing books now, believe it or not, 25 years. And go to Amazon.com or Audible. I've got them all on Audible, or go to BobMcCauleyBooks.com. But buy my books, please, and review them.